Good morning everyone. We're starting this second week of the pantry challenge with a little bit more challenge because we're starting to run out of fresh foods and leftovers. We're starting this with very hungry kids, so without further ado, our first breakfast will be, this morning I'm gonna cook some waffles. We have some cereals and toasts and stuff like that, but it's Saturday morning and I felt like treating the kids with some waffles. They asked for it, so I'm gonna cook a lot of waffles to have some spare to put in the freezer. And we also will have a smoothie because I like my kids to eat fruits, like most parents. I do have some leftover frozen mango here. I have some pretty ripened bananas, and what else? Yeah, I do have these smoothie packs. This is from Evive, and to be honest, I don't really like them. I've had these for a while in my freezer, and I think they do taste powdery, like when you have a protein powder smoothie, and they're not that good, so I try to mix them with some real fruits, and that's it.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merchant change, but your face remains the same. Swallows will be here by dawn. When we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt.
So I was hoping to be able to show you like a nice pile of waffles since I tripled my recipe, but turns out that I have 5 left. I think I made a batch of maybe 20 or 24 waffles, so my kids were really starving. Unfortunately, what I realized this morning is that I'm out of maple syrup, and we're huge maple syrup fans, so I don't know what I'll do with that because my kids eat their waffles. A lot of our desserts, we eat maple syrup with it, so I don't think I'm gonna go ahead and like buy a ton of maple syrup. I'm gonna try to improvise with what I have. We have a lot of jams, so it's probably what's gonna replace our maple syrup for the month, maybe the 2 months. I might Google some recipes to make some syrup, but nothing will actually replace our maple syrup. But it's no big deal, because the nice thing is well, not if, I just won't buy maple syrup, it's no big deal. But when this challenge ends, it's gonna be maple syrup maple season, so we will have some nice local maple syrup available for not that high of a price. So my intent this morning was to actually cook a lot of stuff. I wanted to cook snacks, to cook tortillas, but to be honest, my energy levels are not that high. I need to clean my mess, so we'll see what happens afterwards, because I really feel a lot more like making snacks than doing the dishes. But with the state my kitchen is right now, if I don't do at least a little bit of dishes and just create more, it's gonna be really discouraging to clean afterwards. I must say that I bought this waffle maker sometime in December, maybe November. It's been a while, it's been a long time since I wanted a waffle maker, and I've been asking for one for a few years now for Christmas, because we have one exchange in all our families. So, and I never got one, so this year I was about to put it back in my wish list, and I went on Canadian Tire's website, and this one is usually 180 bucks, and it was on sale for 40 bucks. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna ask for it, I'm gonna buy it for myself. And I must say I completely love it. It has this anti-adhesive coating, not anti-adhesive, but like the rock thing, and I can't see myself making one waffle at a time, so that's why I wanted a big one like this, and this seemed to be like the top of the line that I could find, at least in I mean for personal use. So I'm really happy about that, and I can't believe I got it for 40 bucks. So no regrets with this one.
A significant life, just what it was needed.
So I wanted to show you this. This is a hydroponic system I ordered a few weeks ago, and I finally received it. I thought it was it was good to show, since I think this will be game changer eventually. Not for this challenge, but for sure next year it will be a game changer when it comes to have fresh foods. It has I think it is 108 slots, and it's really easy to assemble. It's really simple. It's a little bit hard on the arms, but overall it was really like something easy and quick, semi-quick to assemble, and it doesn't leak, and I think it was on sale for 120 bucks when I bought it, so I really can't wait to try this out. So the next meal, the kids asked me for pizza, and conveniently I had some frozen homemade pizza in the freezer. On Christmas Eve they wanted to eat pizza, so we all everyone together we cooked homemade pizzas, and I made 4 of them instead of just 2, and they were really tasty. It was a nice and easy meal. For lunch the next day we just had some pretty simple pastas that I ate with some fermented veggies. We have a beautiful day today. It's been a while since we didn't have a really nice sunny day like that, and we should enjoy it. Unfortunately, we have some stuff to do inside today, but we should enjoy it because it's not that cold, and usually at this time of year, for the next 2 months, no, maybe a month and a half, if it's sunny like that, it's usually freezing cold, like in the -30s or 40s. So this is really a nice day. It's only 18 degrees Fahrenheit. So this next meal is really one of our family's favorites, especially mine. It's a little bit long to cook, but everyone likes it, and it's full of healthy stuff. It's actually, I think we could call these poke balls, but we just call them bowls. When I say we will eat bowls, the kids know what we're gonna eat. So it varies a lot. This time I cooked a lot of mushrooms for my husband and I, since the kids don't like them, but I do mix and match a lot of meats and veggies. We have our standard bowls, which is usually with some ground beef, which is what I did this time. I often put some black beans in there to add a little bit of beans in our diet. Meanwhile, while this cooks, I usually cut all the veggies we need. I cook tomatoes and usually cucumbers, peppers, anything I have. I like to take my rice and just like slightly cook it after my meat, so it just grabs this umami taste. Then I put some shredded cheese on top and some green onions, and it's just so delicious. The next morning, my daughter just wanted to cook us a few eggs. We just had some eggs and toasts with some frozen potatoes.
Maintenant, je peux, maman? Steph là, il est fini. Ah, je suis pas capable de le prendre. D'abord, j'en peux
So this one I was really proud of myself because I didn't even think about it. This is shepherd's pie or shepherd's pie. I'm sorry, I can't remember what exactly is the name. I think in other parts of the world it's not made with corn, but here it's always made with corn. I had some leftover meat from the night before and leftover potatoes. I realized I didn't show where and when I cooked these potatoes, but I did. I can't even remember what the meal was. I thought I filmed everything, but I didn't. So this is a pretty standard meal here that is called in French pâté chinois, which would be Chinese pâté. So this week was the week I was faced with having to do my bread again. It's been a while. It's been a really good amount of months since I didn't do some sourdough bread. I used to do some every single day, but I kind of lost the twist for it. It was good, but it was not as beautiful as I know I can do it. And I've actually had some issues with the bread sticking and burning in front of in the bottom of my cast iron. So, but it's been better since I started. It's been better than that, and I do have some issues with my dough sticking into my banneton too. Good afternoon. Whoa. As you can see, we have another beautiful day. It's a very cold day. Today is January 10th, or it's Tuesday. And there's something I didn't think about when planning this challenge, and it was our Tuesday soup. We have each Tuesday there is at the church near us. We're not going to church usually, but we do go to this this weekly little event. There's the soup and sandwiches. It's for the charity of, we just pay whatever we want and we eat soup. And we really like to go there. We have some local, not friends, but acquaintances that go there. And it's a nice little outing. So we just went there this morning. Like today for lunch. And yeah, I'm not planning on stopping that because we walk there and the kids really like it, so that's something we still keep doing. This morning the kids had some cereals. The mornings I don't show what they had. They had cereals, but I don't plan on ordering milk right away and cereal right away when we run out of it. So eventually we're gonna have to improvise something else. And now my microgreens are looking really nice. I did cook my bread this morning. It's not done yet, but it's gonna be done for the meal tonight. But I don't know what I want to do because we have some stuff going on tonight, and honestly, COVID, we're done with COVID, but we're still really tired, so I don't really feel like cooking. I don't have much fresh stuff yet, I think. I do have some broccoli, some... Oh yeah, we do. Yeah, I will have to cook this tonight. I wanted to take something from the freezer, but I will have to use what I have. I have some mushrooms, some broccoli, some peppers, and that's about it. I have some tomatoes. I just don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. I might still grab something. I think I'm gonna just grab a lasagna from the freezer. What I did not mention is that my freezer is full of freezer meals. I love freezer meals, but I sort of go on a frenzy of freezer meals in the fall. And I discovered the channel Freezer Meals 101 with Charla and Christy, and they are really good. These ladies are from I think they're from Edmonton, but I'm not sure. And I did get a membership to their website, which is the Freezer Meals 101 Club, and they have so much stuff on there, and it's really like a really nice club to be in. So I do have a lot of pre-made freezer meals, completely made. So I think I'm gonna grab something from there. Today I'm doing the editing of last week's video, and it is so much work. I have this new editing program, and honestly I usually take 1 or 2 hours to edit a video, a simple video, but this one's been like something like 4 hours. It's not like I'm doing some fancy stuff or anything. So tonight I'm pretty sure I'm gonna grab a lasagna in there or something like that. Yeah, that sounds nice. Actually, one of the things that is a little bit adding a challenge to this is that I'm really trying to fill our plates with veggies, and I don't I don't especially like raw veggies. I do like it. I do eat it, but I'm not like a super fan. I like things on when they're cooked or roasted on a sheet pan, but my kids don't. They really like the raw stuff, which is nice because it's easy to have them eat vegetables. It's just that either I make raw stuff and I don't really like it, either I cook it and they don't like it, or I do both, which is like So I think I'm just gonna cut a ton of veggies. I might, if I have the courage, I might just cut everything I have because it's so much easier when everything is chopped up. So I will try to do that, and yeah, I'm gonna go pull out a lasagna right now. I wanted to actually I had this I have 3 braids going on, rising. 2 of them is to cook, it's to bake. This is my next step, and the other one is rising to be ready tomorrow. I'm trying to have an actual rotation to start and do and cook and bake, I mean, sorry, bread again daily or almost. And what I wanted to do with that was to do some how is it called in English? Some sort of pastry shells. I have these guys left. I have 3 of them. I do have some canned sauce for that, so I wanted to use it, but I do have only 3 of them, and it's healthier to eat. I like to use the bread and put it in muffin pans, like make them in a sort of a cup, have them dry in the oven, and use it like that. So, but that's not gonna happen today. We're gonna bake the bread. Tomorrow we might do that. If you ever had COVID, it's my 2nd time. And there's a day or 2 that, or 3 or 4, that I really don't feel well. Like I sweat, I'm cold, I'm warm, I just need to rest. And I do cough and stuff like that. But for like 2 to 3 weeks, I'm just super tired. I can't say it's unpleasant. It's unpleasant considering I want to do some stuff. It's unpleasant considering I just can't lay down. But the resting when I'm in this state is just so satisfying. It's incredible. So I'm not complaining because, especially we with the new Christmas gifts and stuff, the kids are like always playing by themselves. But so I can just like relax and not do much stuff. I can really rest, and it's a really good rest. But it does take a while to come back, to have my energy come back. So this is one of the really common snacks we have at our house. These are popsicles. I bought these molds from Amazon and even ordered them a few times. Like I have 2 or 3 sets of each. I just literally just have some frozen fruits, go in the blender with some water and just put it in there, and it's super tasty. Like I said, I just ended up chopping every single pepper I had. I put them in these Tupperwares and they last for a very, very long time, but the kids just eat them raw like this, and they even sometimes want to chop them with us. So seeing these videos each day of me laying that many servings each night is kind of a shock to me, because it might sound odd, but I don't realize yet how many kids I have. We thought we were done after 2, then we thought we were done after 3, and we ended up with 5, and it is such a wonderful thing. I won't lie and say, and I mean, it is really a hard season in our life with so many young kids, but each time we sit around the table and I see all of them, I mean, my heart is just completely blows out of love, and I just can't believe I just got so lucky in life to have this family. Wait. Wait. Good afternoon. So today is January 11th, and I didn't film the breakfast nor the lunch just because we had some company and I didn't think about it honestly. The kids ate this morning a big part of one of the breads I did yesterday, and for with the peach butter, they like just rampaged through it. It was delicious. I am having a rotation routine for bread because it's being eaten like crazy. So for lunch we had some leftovers from the past few days with the shepherd's pie and the lasagna, and we did have some grilled cheese along with tomato sandwiches with microgreens in it with my bread. So I have a little bit of bread left. I'm going to make some cups out of what I have left, and we will have I will cook this chicken preparation I have in my book, in my canning book. So I will open for the first time. I was so excited to do this recipe when I did it, but when I canned it, but I for some reason I just never did. So this is our first time, almost 6 months later. So I can't wait to taste this out. So I'm gonna cook some rice with this, and we'll cut the rest of my bread to be able to put it in the oven to have it become more dry to do this. So like I said, this was the first time I did this recipe. Looking at myself cooking, I realized I use a lot of butter. This recipe, I mean, it's meant to be used with a lot of butter, but I think I'm gonna watch that because I don't want to eat that much fat in a week. But this recipe in itself was so good, everyone loved it. I know I can use this like that or on pastas. Definitely something that must be done again and again. This morning the kids wanted to do a recipe with me, so I just looked at what I had, and we ended up doing these like fudge chocolatey balls with dates and almond butter, cocoa, and I mean this recipe is just so tasty. We go crazy over it, and look at this, it's amazing. Yeah. So this is my orchard. This is my prune tree, an apple tree, and another one here. This one I'm not sure it survived. This one is getting pretty big. I don't know how we can see it on the camera, but all these are brand new branches. It's getting pretty big. And this side is the garden. We are so far from having a garden. This other part of the yard was supposed to be done last year. I had some big ambitions, but turns out I had way enough on my plate to expand the garden. I don't know how we can see, if we can see it on the camera, it's very subtle, but we can see where the path is of this garden. I did start to prepare it during fall, but still really not a big part of it is done compared to what I want it to be. So I'm not sure if this year I'll be able to do it all. So my canned chili, I find that it's a little bit dry, so I decided to mix it with some salsa. That night we had some leftover rice, and I just wanted to do something simple. So I heated this up, and I also had a lot of sourdough starter left. So I decided to make these sort of pancakes that I really love. We don't all love it, but I'd rather eat that than rice. So I just cook them like pancakes. I do put some fermented herbs and fermented garlic on it, and it's so tasty. This is the balls I was talking about. You can see I had some help on rolling some of these, but already half of them are gone. It is just so tasty. That morning, one of my kids had the initiative to do some overnight oats. I have no idea what she put in there, but everyone loved it. I found in the freezer some yogurt bars, frozen yogurt bars. I used to do these quite often, and the kids really like them for breakfast along with their or as snacks. But the last batch I did, I wanted to make it more liquid, some sort of like more of a drinkable yogurt, and it ended up being really hard to bite when frozen, so the kids don't eat them anymore. So I just figured, hey, I need to put these in my smoothies. So they've been going in my smoothies for a while now. The next night I found a few frozen bags with some stuff, veggies, rice and chicken that would fit together. I was pretty proud of myself to find all of that together, but turns out it was really not good. Anyone barely ate anything. After playing outside, we have our traditional grilled cheese with some canned, this is I think tomato and carrot soup. For that night, I wanted to pimp my spaghetti sauce, so I did add some meat and tomato in it and just had some regular spaghetti. And again, this night I had a sick kid that wanted some ramen noodles, so I just did one of my traditional ways to do it. So I did cook some veggies with some herbs in homemade broth with eggs, topped with some cheese and all the flavors. It is just so good.
Said to me, it seems like you like me too. We can take it slow, make sure we do this right. Canceled all my plans to be with you tonight. So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go, come closer next another way to say this, but I think we were meant to be.
So this is how our second week of the pantry challenge is ending. This week I found that it was a little bit harder to have more fresh stuff. I do still have a little bit of fresh stuff in my in my fridge, but not necessarily the things that the kids really like. I think it's becoming a lot more interesting to do since I have to improvise and use my creativity a little bit more. So I hope you liked it, and see you next week. Bye.
Trying to find another way to say this, but I think